the you that you see me with someone new, hanging so high for your return, but the stillness is over.
According to you, what is the role of the writer?
I think that different writers take on different roles for themselves, right? Like, I think that different people have different ambitions. My ambition has always been to speak comfort. Like I want to tell stories the same way I tell stories to my friends over a beer. And the thrust of those stories is almost always going to try and be like, you're not alone. Like the undertaking of storytelling is always to make people try and feel seen, and to try and speak to those experiences, to enliven and understand our experiences better.
Parlons un tout petit peu de ces grands espaces, de cette nature sauvage également qui est au cœur du roman. Qu'est-ce que c'est d'ailleurs cette expression? Comment est-ce que vous la comprenez, cette expression très américaine, wilderness?
To me, the wilderness is do you have the term backcountry? Like the territory that lies beyond human control. Like the going into a place that is not a fundamentally human place, going into a larger than human world, right? That's wilderness to me. The wilderness in the book of the Pacific Northwest is characterized by a lot of different ecosystems, because Mendocino stair steps away from the ocean, and with each sort of stair step, there are new ecologies, new places, and so the wilderness is in some sense a continually changing place as you get further and further away from your home. I think that when we set out to get lost, when we set out to go climbing, we want to have experiences that teach us about ourselves, right? Like, you go out and you are in a world that is larger than you, and I feel like that is and will always be an essential and important part of human experience. It is to have a world not where you're meaningless, but where you are very small. Right? And to have those experiences, because it is easy when we go about our lives in human engineered places and in our homes and in our families to feel that our things are very important. And the wilderness is a necessary difference in perspective.
Est-ce que vous avez l'impression que justement cette pratique des grands espaces, de l'escalade, vous rend meilleur écrivain? Est-ce que ça affecte votre vie d'écrivain aussi, pas seulement votre vie personnelle?
I'd say it keeps you from being an asshole. I think that for me, writing is a fundamentally human undertaking, right? And I think that being out here makes me a better person. I think it teaches you what's important. It teaches you compassion. I don't know exactly why. There's something, in the longest stretches of like being miserable on solo hikes. Like just utter misery, right? Like sleeping rough, being beset by bugs, out in the wilderness, thirsty and hungry, like 3 days in, 4 or 5 days in, I think it strips away some of those calluses. Like when you're in life, you build up calluses to try and like get through, and being yourself miserable and vulnerable and alone, and having a sort of sustained contact with your own mind, like not having the chatter of your life. It's very galvanizing. It teaches you. I mean, I think the thing is to learn humbleness and to be kinder